welcome to my YouTube channel. And as you can see, today is a different day. I'm with Sansa. She's a 2-year-old Warbel. Today we are focusing on pets, and my guest today is Lenny. So stay tuned, watch more. I'm telling you, I'm not nervous, but she's sitting on my shoe, and she's a big dog. So this is Sansa's moment. Sansa, say hi. Hi, Sansa. Hi, Sansa. Yay. So Sansa said hi. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Share for Sansa. Thank you.
So, first what I did before we go for the walk, I made sure she's a bit dirty. I hadn't washed her before, because she wasn't washed before. Now she's a bit dusty, she has a bit of fur. I'm going to show you one way to wash your dog. You don't need to have a bathtub or anything fancy. You can just wash with a bucket and a container. So that's what we're doing just now. And here we go. Come. The first thing you do is make sure the coat is wet. Good. And I've washed this dog a couple of times, so she's relatively calm. But if you wash your dog for the first time and you don't like the water or the feeling of water running down their coat, it's good for you to keep on talking to them to help them stay calm. But this one, because you've done it a couple of times, I don't mind it.
Hi Lenny.
Hello.
Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you and Sansa. Can you tell us what inspired you to become a dog trainer?
Yes. So again, it basically started off as a hobby or passion. I'm naturally a pet person. I'm a big fan of animals. So first of all, I started by getting my own dogs. I started with a Warbel and Shepherd for myself, then eventually got a Spitz for my mom, but story for another day. Got the dogs, enjoyed them because I enjoy their company. It's okay, Sansa? Because I enjoy their company. Then at some point, because I got male and female, non-related, they got puppies. Rehomed the puppies. The people who got the puppies did not know as much about dogs as I did. So there was a gap there. So I tried to explain it to them, tell them to do ABCD, but it was more of a problem for them.
Can you share with us, as we can see on your t-shirt, we can see lennysk9.
Yes.
How did that name come about?
So Lenny obviously is myself. K9s is a short form for canine. I brainstormed with a friend of mine. His name is Dennis. Long time back. Then eventually, as we continue to grow with the business, from hobby to now the business, I actually decided to register so that I become a bit more structured and a bit more professional. Sansa, again, when I first met her, she was a very shy dog. She was raised as a family pet. So she was very shy, kept by herself, only learned to get affection. So we had to start from socializing her with people, then vehicles and whatnot. That's why you saw the past kind of triggered something in her, but she's fine. Also, she's a guard dog. First we socialized her. That means she's okay. Like with you and not being this close. She seems very docile and calm, but she's actually very aggressive if she's given the command attack.
So what you're telling us, lennysk9 is not only about canines.
Yes.
It's a whole umbrella under it where there's training, there are other dogs, like we have a Warbel.
Yes.
Like Sansa is a Warbel. So like you're wide, as long as it's a dog you can be able to take care of it.
Yes.
What about Bosco?
Funny you should ask.
Yeah.
Actually,
because most African homes, they have boscos. Okay, in the up country, most of them have boscos.
True.
Yeah.
True, we have boscos up country, but even nowadays you get them in the posh estates, where guys want to adopt, rehome the boscos in the rescue centers and whatnot. Some of the challenges I've gotten at times is maybe you go and get a client, they want you to do a certain form of training, maybe they have an adult dog. Good thing I should mention. A good age for training a dog should be around 4 months to 6 months. On average, that's a good age because the dog is still very young. The brain is very malleable. It's basically exploring, learning boundaries and whatnot, so it's easy for you to introduce habits to become part of its character. If you see a dog you're not too sure, don't look at a dog straight into the eyes. They look at it as if you're challenging them. It's like a challenge or aggression towards them. Maybe let me show you this one. Sansa, like for her because you're friends, I can look at her in the eyes like this and there's no aggression. But if you look at another dog straight in the eyes and they don't even know you, first thing you'll see is they'll kind of raise their lips, start growling, and maybe jump at you and could even bite off a piece of your face or your hand, whichever is closest. So don't do that intensive staring with the dogs. One of my proudest moments with the business is one when I was able to get it from idea into a product / service. Because I have to be honest, if I got a mentor, it was not very easy because it's one thing to have a hobby, then it's a completely different thing to move it from a hobby into a product, service or business. So once I was able to put like systems in place, products, and actually be able to sell it to someone and help them rather get a solution to their pet needs, family needs, I think that was the best feeling ever.
Finally, Lenny, if someone is passionate about taking care of their pets, especially dogs, would you advise them to pursue it as a career in terms of income because they have to take care of themselves?
Sure, I'd actually tell you to do that, but I'd tell you to maybe look at what is your motive. If your motive is money, tricky because dogs have a lot of work. There's a washing. So I actually had to put an overall on top before I washed her because I knew I was going to get dirty. There is cleaning up. That's what you don't see. Behind the scenes, the dogs poop, they pee all over the place before they train. So if you're in there just for the money, it might be a bit of a tricky bit. You might actually just leave it alone. But if you're actually there because you're passionate about it, you'll get something out of it, something decent out of it.
This one is worldwide. Okay, yes. I don't know if it's taking place in Kenya, but we have seen some stories where owners will it in their will for their pets, dogs, cats, to receive something.
Yes.
And a good amount. Would you comment on this? Is it that human beings, our love, we are pulling it towards our pets and not people? How would you answer that question?
You have some very good questions, I have to admit. So I know what you're talking about. I've had it mostly amongst, it's mostly in the Western culture. You get somebody leaving a whole inheritance, even an estate or the home to their pet. That could be a cat, could be a dog, could be anything. In the country, there's some things, not exactly that. Maybe you get the treatment of the dog is a bit more than you'd expect. So in those cases, it might be somebody who's had a lot of time with the dog, spent a lot of time bonded with the dog. When they pass away, they want to make sure the dog is not going to be neglected. Maybe they know the family members do not value pets.
The common mistakes owners use, like those who don't know about or don't understand the dog language, what are some of the common mistakes they make when handling their dogs?
Okay, awesome. Actually,
their pets. Okay.
Thank you. That's a very good question. So the form of training we use is something that is called positive reinforcement. That basically means you do not expose your dog to any harsh corrections, any harsh training habits like beating a dog or something of a sort. We do not do that, because that's basically abuse to a dog, and we do not do that. We basically use something we call positive reinforcement. What that looks like is, we want a dog to achieve a certain goal. Maybe we want a dog to learn to do something like sit. Let's say if you, Sansa, sit. Very good, Sansa. So she's done a sit. The way I taught her to do a sit is using treats. I teach her the motion of sitting, then I reward her when she gives me what I want. That's positive reinforcement. It's a very pleasant experience for the dog. Feels more like play or learning a new skill. So I have to look around as I'm talking because of people, and I know she's very concerned about them. But yeah, so you can see her scouting, people scanning weather to be sure there is no harm. Then once she's sure there is no threat, you should never beat your dog or use a slipper, a belt, or anything of the sort, because dogs do not understand discipline like the discipline we for doing ABCD. Secondly, if a dog makes a mistake, you need to correct it then. If you do it later, they cannot comprehend. I made a mistake, I'm getting punished. You need to correct it immediately. Maybe they poop and you see them poop, they shouldn't poop there. You just tell them no. They'll understand. Like as their bum is leaving the floor from pooping, tell them no. They'll know I'm not supposed to do that. But if you find them over there and bring them back to G, put their nose in the poop, they'll think, hi boss, do you want me to snack on this? I don't get it. So don't do that. Use positive reinforcement. If you're not very clear on that, or you don't have the time, you can reach out to us. We'll come and help you with that.
So you've explained to us, and now we know you are a trainer. You have a pet kit shop. Where do we find you?
Good.
If someone has watched this video and they want to look for you, where will they find you?
We have a website. It's linked to our social media platforms. It's called lennysk9s495. In case you want to reach out for any queries on a dog or anything else around pets, it's 0795 445 398.
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into today's vlog. I hope you have learned something about pets, about a dog. Don't be scared about the size of a dog. They are actually lovely animals. So stay tuned, subscribe, and if you want to find more about Lenny, kindly go and find him on socials. And if you are looking for a dog trainer and anything to do with dogs, his details nimeziacha hapo kote, nimeziacha hapo, so make sure you come up or text him on his socials. Yeah, you've learned something. Share with us what you've learned today about pets, okay? So bye, love you, thank you so much for tuning in. Always subscribe, tell your cousins, your aunties, your relatives, your friends,
Your exes.
subscribe, your exes. I wrote to 1,000 subscribers. Ama niaje guys?
Ndo hivyo.
Sawa.
Ama niaje Sansa?
Ama niaje Sansa? Wambie for you.
Si ndio Sansa?
You are worthy 1,000 subscribers.
Tell them.
Yeah, Sansa has said subscribe. Thank you. Bye. See you on the next vlog.